Good morning. Today we're going to go behind the scenes in The Catcher in the Rye. In particular, we're going to make this video on the Lavender Room. We're going to do this by going through three different lenses to show the different perspectives and analyze the scenario. The first lens will be the psychoanalytic. Second lens will be the cultural, and third lens will be the Marxist. The first one that we're going to do is psychoanalytic, given by Mario.
So the psychoanalytical perspective is looking into the person's mindset and trying to connect with their emotions. By doing this, you'll also see that later on, Holden actually regrets telling the joke about seeing an actor, and that throughout progressing through this chapter, there are multiple instances like this. Like later on, you'll find that he actually gets angry because while he was discussing with the ladies what exactly they were looking for in the popular men, he actually met a lot of the different requirements except for one, which is a higher social class, which will be discussed later. Another one is that later on, earlier, he was upset that because they all came from the same place and that they've hardly actually talked to each other, but they've come so far and done so little. One of the other things that was also mentioned or noticed was that he actually wanted the ladies to notice him, but again, because of his class, he really had been overlooked and wasn't given a second chance to please the girls. And lastly, he wanted to know more about the ladies that were there, but because of his class, that they would overlook him and they wouldn't give him a second chance. So he ended up buying them drinks in the end.
So the second part is the cultural perspective. Now, while Holden and the girls are dancing, Holden jokingly says, "Oh, I just saw Gary Cooper across the room." She immediately stops dancing and frantically looks around, looking for him and asking where he is. He says it was just a joke. However, the girl says that she actually saw him. This heavily ties into how a sort of mass hysteria in culture. An example of monkey see, monkey do, sort of. However, in this case, he says something and he sees it.
This happens for the rest of the night as they still search for celebrities, with one of Holden's friends missing with the girls saying that they just missed a celebrity. Another connection to mass culture is how they freaked out. This shows the collective unconscious of culture. You might not even know who the celebrity is, but if someone tells you the person is a celebrity, then they will most likely freak out. The cultural lens seen as heavily ties into the psychoanalytic lens, especially with the collective unconscious. This perspective may interfere with the Marxist point of view.
Coming back to what Mario was saying about the classes, when he is seen in the club trying to appease these girls, they have this certain standard. He has all of these certain standards, but just because they assume that he doesn't have money, they don't give him the chance or the time of day.
The Marxist point of view is a shallow one.
Very shallow.
So shallow.
You just pay attention to money,
You pay attention to status.
the way they look. It's very surface.
Very shallow. Another thing that Holden noticed about the three girls is that while they were at the Lavender Club, they didn't really pay attention to each other because they were too busy looking for more celebrities. They were spread out. And they were getting free drinks from Holden, so they kind of took advantage of him. And I guess that's sort of one of the things, because he was, in the book you could see that he's actually kind of he has money, he's able to do things with what he has. So they took advantage of him, sort of because of his status, but not because of that type of status, more of an economic status.
Because he had connections, they just kind of clung to him instead of clinging to him because they liked him.
This is also exhibited in sort of how whenever he has a problem, he just moves away because of his wealth.
Yeah.
So through all these lenses, you can tell that this scene heavily relies on the psychoanalytic and culture, while having the Marxist based on the celebrity of his ranking. So throughout, the psychoanalytic shows how they only pay attention to the celebrity. The cultural says how they may not even know who the celebrity is, or it might be a joke, but they still think it's real. And the Marxist kind of says why they only pay attention to the celebrity. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Hello, we're doing the video essay on The Catcher in the Rye, and I left the laptop over there.
God.
Good morning. Today we are going to be.
Wait a second.
What the hell, James?
What?
I want my jacket.
Oh my god.
That was named that I do not recall. And
Gary
I did
Cooper.
write down. Yeah. Fuck. See, I'm on track. God damn it, James.
Lovely. Don't do that, because every time you do that, I feel like I'm gonna fall back.
Whoa! Whoa!
So the Stop touching me, Kevin.
Just getting you back.
Quit touching!
Sorry.
Go.
Oh, yay!
Oh, anyways.
Go!
Anyways, the chance. Or the
They were getting free drinks from.
Hello, it's me.